Hello, and welcome to another episode of the world famous
G-Shock Plotters.
the shocking episode of
Shocking episode of the G-Shock Plotters.
yeah.
So our topic today will be
Yes,
new G-Shocks, and not just new colors of G-Shocks. I would say the single most revolutionary thing that G-Shock has done in the last 20 years.
I must say, I mean, it's like a dream come true for me. I know it sounds a bit over dramatic, but
A dream
you know
come
how
true.
often we talked about this before. Is it like
We have. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Let's not give it away yet. We'll talk about it.
And no, it's not the G-Shock ring,
Oh, I looked. I couldn't find one.
the ring watch.
But yeah, that's cool too. Okay, so before we get into our topic of the day, we'll talk about our random housekeeping. First and foremost, we apologize for the mess up from last week or 2 weeks ago, where we accidentally did not post the audio from the listener who used our speak pipe, and we were so excited about it, and we're like, listen how good the audio quality is, and then it didn't actually post.
But yeah, no, I rectified it. So the first couple of downloaders of our episode, our listeners, did hear the 40 seconds or 50 seconds of silence. And now everybody who listens to this episode now will have the full experience. So it's back. It's about that minute 28 or 29. It really works well. So it's all fine. I just had a separate track for this, I put it on a separate track, so we have the nice quality and everything, and I can just adjust everything separately. And then I forgot to mix it in the final mix. So it was all mea culpa, my fault. I just forgot to put that in. And
But I do have to thank our listeners.
Yes, thank you.
Ralph and I, we've had a number of mistakes over the years.
Yeah.
One was we had a minute of blank space at the beginning one time. So now I checked at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Then we had 15 minutes of blank space at the end one time. So now I check the end. And then randomly I'll check the middle, a couple different places, but just to make sure there's no dropouts.
I skimmed through it as well after exporting it. But yeah.
Yeah, but this is a very a small segment, and you have to really know where to look. And of course, neither of us did that. But I think 4 or 5 listeners pointed it out within a matter of 24 hours. So
great.
We post this 5 p.m. our time. It probably goes live around 7 because it takes a little bit of time for it to go through Apple servers and everything. And then I go to bed, 10 o'clock. Then I woke up at 6 and I had 5 different messages, and I felt bad, but
Yes.
I just like the fact that our listeners listen within the first couple of hours that it went live. So that's awesome. So thank you guys for listening.
It is absolutely. This is really cool. And thank you so much for doing this.
Yes.
Yes.
Your support puts many dollars into our pockets. Not really, no.
No, so far we have not made a single dollar with anything.
We've spent dollars.
We spend every month on hosting and subscription
Equipment.
for software and all of this rubbish. Yes. Oh, I have. You know how much I went into the rabbit hole of buying audio equipment. Oh my God, I just can't help myself, right? Microphones and stands and mixers and audio recorders and all of this stuff. But recently I did sell a bit of the stuff off that I don't use anymore. But yeah.
But every time you're wearing a different set of headphones still.
This is, basically because I cleaned up my desk because I had my sister staying here. So I needed my home office and my recording studio to be out of this room because it was a guest room, right? So I needed to put this all into storage. And so I put only very select few things back to be minimalistic, right? So,
okay. Yes,
so now I only have... and I use this is also a headset, so I have a detachable microphone. This is a Rode headphone that has actually quite good headset here for team calls and stuff. But it's wired, so I have also, and of course, a different, the Sony wireless things. If you need to run around a bit, and then of course your in-ears, and of course one for music listening. So I have 3 headphones here hanging on my
Which one is that?
This is a HiFiman HE6.
That looks very fancy.
It's not super fancy, but it's a very how do you say? It's a very not acquired. It's a specific one. You need to have a headphone amp with a lot of power. But this one, if you have a good amp, it just sounds sublime. It's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have some other ones from Focal
Yes.
and from Odyssey and all. I mean, yes, it's another rabbit hole I've been in before I've been into watches. So yeah, personal audio. Anyhow, let's go and say what we have on our wrist. For a very long time, I haven't had this on my wrist. It's the Dougie. It's the Deutsche Uhrenmanufakturglashütte. It's a DUG Purist Type 2.
Wow, I've never seen this watch before.
It nice? It's lovely. And look at that movement. I mean, it's beautiful.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And
no, look at this movement. Yeah. I will show you the best movement ever. Right here. If you look very, very closely, you'll see nothing because it's a Rolex.
Posh person.
Yes, I am wearing my Rolex Explorer 1, 36mm, the new one, and the new as in the newer model number, the 124.
So this is the one with the 70, with the 32XX movement.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, okay. 70 hours power reserve.
So 70-hour power reserve. But it's my only Rolex left, right? And I really don't wear it too often. But it's there. I have nothing to say about it. It's
you know I had a discussion with my wife about my watch collection, and I think it's always very So I said, look, this is a picture. I showed an old picture of my Rolex Daytona, and she said, "Why did you ever sell it? That's such a beautiful watch, and it looked so good on you." And I was saying, "Yeah, but I have the AP now." And I mean, I can always sell the AP and get a Daytona back. I said, no, don't sell the AP. The AP looks great on you. I mean, it's really cool. I was, no. But you can sell something else. I said, okay, come, have a look. What should I sell? So, in the first box, she said, no, I think you should. No, I actually like all of the watches here. On the bottom one, she said, looked at it and said, I think you can sell all of them. So 2 Grand Seikos, a Breitling, the Panerai, and the Glashütte, and then one or two others, and she basically said like, yeah, get rid of them and then buy a Daytona again.
I don't know if you can get a Daytona for the price of what is in that box, but
probably not.
Yeah, that's the issue. But yeah. So and usually, by the way,
do I want to? Because like the Breitling is a bit like my first luxury purchase watch, so I really
it's sentimental.
I like to keep that. I would like to have one Panerai in my collection because I like the brand, and this one is nice. I could buy another one, but I still want to have one. The 2 Grand Seikos, well, there's always the first. These are always the first to go, right, in my collection. The Grand Seikos, I have the least emotional connection to. And I still have emotional connection to them, but they are not
the least.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they just don't fill my heart with so much warmth and emotion than others. I don't know why it is. I mean, a lot of people have said this. Oh, Grand Seikos are too cold. They're just not evoking these emotions. And I heard this a few times before, and I thought, I don't know.
No, you have to have the right Grand Seikos. So once again, I've gone through 4, 5, 6 Grand Seikos. Yeah. 6 I have gone through. And if it's not the right one, it just doesn't, it's not right. And this is what I've realized is the ones that I have right now are the perfect ones. Now, whether I would like to sell, as I mentioned before, my SBGM 221, I'm in no rush. I wore it again yesterday just to kind of see, how I felt about it.
Yeah.
And I've always said this, take the watch out of your watch box, put it into its actual, box that it came in, put all the straps back on as it was, factory fresh, and put it away. Put it into a closet somewhere. And if you miss it, You keep the watch. If you don't miss it, you can go a week, a month without even thinking about it. Then it's time to sell it. Well, I didn't even get fully boxed up before I decided to go back on it and put it back. So I couldn't even manage to I put the original strap on it. I put it in the box, and then I had the box in my hand and I was walking it to the storage unit, and I was like, nah, and I went back. So,
yeah, this is the challenge, right? I mean, you have these certain use cases, and I looked at my wrist track app, of course, because that's what I really use as a tool for these kind of things, and I do wear them. I do wear them regularly, so I don't not like them. I really enjoy them a lot. But if I had to, just like gun on your head, what is it? Gun to your head. So do you say gun to your head? Whatever.
Gun
I have
to your
a cold, and you might hear that as dear listeners. So
I thought Germans were always cold.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we are always the bad guys. So no, so I might sound a bit and my brain is working on half speed. So what was I saying? See, I forgot what I was saying.
You said that you were checking your wrist track app, and you do wear them frequently.
But it's still, if you have to put the gun on to my head and say like, which one can you sell immediately? And it probably would be them. The two cycles.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and he has a Tudor Pelagos FXD, the blue one. And I, despite the fact that I have the Pelagos 39, I'm like, I wish I had a blue Pelagos as well. So I think that will be somewhere down in the future. Well, he had one, and
maybe.
And he kept posting pictures, and I was like, it looks so good. And he said he might sell it, and I said, well, I have this SBGM 221 that I might want to get rid of. And he said that is his favorite Grand Seiko, and he's never owned one. And I said, well, this seems like a very good trade over here. So he said, he's going to think about it, and we'll see how it goes if it actually manifests. But this is like the kind of trade that I would do, and it would be like no money involved between friends. And I think that is the kind of stuff I like.
Yeah. See, it just has to be the right watch. I think it's the same with Grand Seiko. I've recently looked at another Grand Seiko that I sort of fancied for a while, and then I thought, I'm not so sure. Is that really? But on the other hand, again, I'm saying it again, and I have said this so many times. Right now, I am feeling like very content with watches.
Me too.
Okay,
I am.
Dubai Watch Week is coming up. I'm at the moment a bit in this.
And you will be uncontent then, right?
Who knows what happens on the Dubai Watch Week, but what I'm going to see and what I'm going to experience there. But yeah, let's see.
If you ever want to feel like a peasant, go to Dubai Watch Week.
I mean, everybody rocks like watches that you have never seen before, and it's nuts.
It's like what piece
Absolute
uniques of absolute ridiculous proportions.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It's crazy. And it's lovely because everybody's so happy to share and just sit down for coffee and chat and just tell the story about the watch or whatever. It's really nice and easy to make friends and to just walk around and have a good time. So we will see that. We will see. We will run around like the roving reporters. I have reporting microphones, so we can just hold the microphone into people's faces and have them talk about their favorite watch stories or something. We will figure it out. So now to our topic today.
No.
Not yet. Not yet.
There's some other things that have happened in the last couple of days that I did want to talk about. First and foremost, you wanted to talk about the new Tissot PRX.
Right. That's an important thing. I am very, very impressed about Tissot and how the PRX line has become a proper collection, and it's keeping updated, and it is refreshed all the time, and they're thinking a bit out of the box. The last time they had this carbon, which I found very, very interesting.
Yeah.
And now they came up, and I can share my screen and show you. Let me also oops, that's the wrong one. I have to place here and make it a bit bigger. So they have come up with 3 new watches. And first of all, the biggest, absolutely fantastic thing about it is they are 38 millimeters now. That is pretty
So
cool.
for those of you, the 36 was too small, the 40 was too big. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. And was it 35? I think there was 35 and
Was
40.
it 35? Whatever. Yeah.
Anyhow, so this is really cool, 38, and it makes everything wear so much better, apparently. So, they had 35 millimeter versions before and 40, and now they have 38. And they have made 2 in titanium and 1 in Damascus steel. Wow. So
I don't even know what a Damascus steel is.
Damascus steel is the steel that has these different layers, not layers. How do you see that? It's like a wavy pattern on it. Why it is like this, I have no idea. I looked it up once, but I forgot what it is. But it's a Damascus steel dial. It's a Damascus steel case. It is just, it has this wavy shape pattern because it's just, I don't know what this appearance is. It's a pattern presence unlike any other material. Yeah, but why? It doesn't say it here. I don't know. Anyhow, it looks really nice in Damascus steel. So it's this wavy pattern, as you can see here, right? That you have with this stuff. Are you looking up why Damascus steel looks like this?
No, I'm not.
Know.
I'm
Okay,
trying
so
to
we
find
need to- we
the
need to-
next release that we talked about because there's one more.
Wait a second. So this Damascus steel, we
keep
need to
going.
have somebody with metallurgical knowledge come on and
Fine, I'll look up
use
Damascus
use
steel.
the speed pipe. Yeah, no. We want to have another listener's story.
Okay,
It would be
fine.
very nice
I
if a
won't look
listener
up.
comes up and tells us why Damascus steel
I know
steel
why it
looks
is.
like this.
I know why
Yeah,
it is.
then use the speed pipe
I'm
and
gonna say
pretend
it
to
anyway.
be somebody else.
Hello, my name is George.
George.
Not to be confused with the George that was previously on the show last week.
All right, no.
But I know that Damascus steel.
Okay.
Okay, I'm dropping the British accent now. So essentially, and I remember now, this is this was also used in Japanese
Katanas.
knife making. And essentially what you're doing is you're layering iron and steel, strips of iron and steel, and hammering it together. And that's what where this came from.
And it's
yes, this
very
was
elaborate. So it's
in Damascus back in the medieval period, but then now that I'm seeing it, it's much more reminiscent of the Japanese kind of katanas and stuff like this.
So the thing is, it is otherwise a normal PRX, same movement, and it's has the high tech escapement, so not the silicon escapement or silicon hairspring like the other one, the carbon fiber. The carbon fiber had the higher grade movement. This has the high tech escapement, which is good. It's not plastic. It has Niva rocks, I think, on all of the stuff in the hairspring. So it's all fine. It's not anything like a System 51.
Yeah, it's not plastic.
So it's a good movement. It's repairable, blah, blah, blah. So the point is, it's nearly 11 millimeters profile. So it's actually quite okay. For 38 millimeters, it should wear much nicer. The titanium versions look, I think, pretty cool because of the hue of the steel. I mean, it's darker. It has a bit more of the, it's not really gunmetal gray, but it is darker, the titanium. It's nicely brushed. So you have a really cool look to these. And there, I think also the bracelet looks just a bit more chunky, even though I don't think it is. It just looks like it.
Yeah. However,
So this is that.
they
the
still
titanium.
have a date window, and I honestly would love a PRX if they didn't have a date window, but these guys always have to put a date window in it.
So they are 100 euros more expensive than the 40 millimeter steel models list price. So
It's not bad.
For a titanium watch, that's not bad at all. Exactly. So yeah, there you go. This is it. This is the PRX, and I really appreciate that they have listened to so many of all of us to said, okay, we want a smaller one. Right? I personally didn't, because the 40 is perfect for me, but I do understand how people think that the 38 is so much better and more universal. It will wear a bit bigger because of the integrated bracelet. So 38 is wearing probably like a 39, while the 40 is probably wearing like a 41, 42. because of the size or the integration of the bracelet. So it's perfect. It's now the fantastic watch that you would like. So PRX still an option.
There you go. All right. Another 2 watches came out, which since we're talking about the Grand Seikos. There's 2 new Grand Seiko SBGM models, the automatic GMT models, and they made some textured dials. There's a darker blue and a lighter blue. Okay. That's enough of that. But yes, they made 2 more colors.
Just looking at the releases and all of this stuff. Yeah, sorry. Continue, finish that.
No, that's all I have to say about the Grand Seikos.
These 2 Grand Seikos here. SBMG 255.
SBGM.
SBGM 255. Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. Is it silver or what kind? I thought one was dark blue and one was light blue, but now looking at this picture. So there's 255 and 257. Because this is from Fratello, but the pictures I saw looked very blue.
Yeah, no, this is white or beige.
That's mine. That's the 221 right there. The one on the bottom.
No. This
no,
one
the
is
bottom
not.
one.
This has a nice guilloche
texture. So I guess it's silver guilloche, and then the other one. So this is mine.
Yeah,
and there's
so
the blue one. Is it blue?
That is blue. Yeah,
it is. Okay, I thought the other one was a light blue, but they both have this guilloche.
And they look really nice. And I like the guilloche. I mean, this is something that Grand Seiko has not done so much of. In the recent past, they had a couple of these ones in the quartz line with like the Fibonacci, the spirals, and all of the stuff, which is pretty cool. But this is really nice, and I think coming back to these patterns,
the Moon Drop.
Yeah, you really, I don't know why
or what a moon drop is, but
if they think that's a great one, I mean, they are both mechanical movements, right?
The exact same movement as the one I have. These are true GMTs, 72-hour power serve, and it's the one that is not super accurate. The one that we talked about before, the plus 10, minus 1 seconds a day.
It says plus 5, minus 3, which makes it a bit better than chronometer spec, but it says wearers can expect a normal usage accuracy of plus 10 to minus 1 seconds per day.
So my watches run minus 0, plus 0, but then usually it's plus 10, minus 20.
I don't know.
Right? See, it looks like blue here. Tell me that doesn't look like blue. The Snow Drop.
This does look like it's white. The dial is
it?
white as hell. I mean, it's the same color here. But it is with blue print and a blue GMT hand. That's for sure.
So there you go. 2 new GMTs.
This is inspired by early spring snow melting under sunlight. So there you go.
There you go. And what about the other one? What is it inspired by?
Yeah, let's see. It is the watch comes crocodile, blah, blah, blah. Inside ticks. The dial features a pattern moondrop motif in navy blue. The Grand Seiko reports that it has used autumn nights as inspiration for those dials.
Oh, yes. Those autumn nights.
They are very blue. I mean, blue is, for me, it's autumn is blue. Not brown, like the leaves. No, it's blue. Whatever.
Sure. But anyway, other things that I wanted to mention, apparently Fossil, the company Fossil is not doing so hot. No. Which nobody really cares about Fossil, but they do own a few brands that are pretty good, like Zodiac. The rest of their stuff, I don't care if they could die for all I care. But Zodiac would be a shame to see go. But yeah, apparently they are not doing well. Maybe because they make a bunch of garbage products.
That is true, but I think Fossil has a. Don't they have? The Fossil Group, is it? Clothing and accessories? I don't know. yeah.
It's Group, yeah.
So they have a couple of brands. They have Zodiac. They have what? Let me see. What else do they have?
Skagen, I think.
Skagen, yes, right.
Movado
all of these fashion. Group. Michael Kors watches, BMW watches.
It's a bunch of garbage
Puma watches. Kate Spade, DKNY, Diesel. Tory Burch, Armani Exchange watches. Oh, yeah. All of that they have licensed, basically. And then, that's one of these. I have a Skagen watch.
My first real watch that I feel was kind of a real watch was a Skagen as well.
And the funny thing
The one
is,
before that was a Fossil.
it's a quartz watch, so I
Of
thought,
course.
okay, let me change the battery because it died, and so I open it up, and it's impossible. You have to remove the stem, you have to do this and do that, and it was so complicated that I gave up because I thought, okay, I'm going to destroy it otherwise. So I brought it to a normal watchmaker, like a minute shop, and I said, oh no, we can't do this. You have to go to the Skagen service center or something. Or
Well, you
whoever
know who
sells them.
Skagen is, right?
Hmm?
Who is Fossil represented by
Fossil?
in UAE?
I don't know.
Watch house.
Watch house, yeah. So I had to go to watch
So
house.
the same guy that you go to with your Grand Seiko, you go with your POS Fossil watch as well, or your Skagen, or
Skagen,
your wood watch.
Skagen is not bad. They have cool designs. I mean, it's very Danish, obviously, but it's also they have interesting movements. They use not the normal off-the-shelf quartz movements. They have sometimes very sophisticated ones. Still quartz movements, nothing super
No,
fancy,
I remember the one that I had was a compacts layout. It was not a chronograph. It was days, date, and month. So it was essentially, it was not an annual calendar by any means, but it was just a full calendar, which I thought at the time was pretty cool as a young kid, and I think I paid $100 for it.
Yeah.
It was neat.
Yeah, but yeah, Fossil had a. I mean, I had Fossil watches when I was younger, and I think that was like these nice fashion watches that are not too bad from a quality perspective. They're not like a Movement or this AliExpress watches. They were not too bad. They just were also not that great. So it's yeah.
And especially now where people
And why are we talking
wisened
about
up.
them? Sorry.
Because apparently they are on the verge of bankruptcy at the moment.
Ooh, yeah, we see the red.
And they've
red arrows,
announced that they are going to heavily restructure the entire organization.
Yes, they have lost 2024. They have lost 100 million they made a loss. Yeah. Ooh, that's not good. And they make about $1 billion revenue and 100 million loss, a 10% loss. That is not good. That is not good. 5,200 employees. I hope they
You know who
get it
else
together.
had a loss?
No.
No, you don't know who had a loss? There's a much bigger loss. And it's not a year, it's in a quarter. Then we're no longer talking about watches. I apologize.
Oh, is that right?
But Porsche has
No,
announced
they have not
a
made a loss.
1.5 billion with a B third quarter loss in 2025. This is their first loss since I don't even know how far back.
Is it a loss
Since
or is it
the
a drop in
Cayenne came out.
profits?
Loss. It's a quarterly loss.
Because Porsche was the most was operating loss. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Porsche was the most profitable car maker in the world for decades, right?
Well, no, remember, Porsche was near verge of bankruptcy, and then they had to do something. Then they came out with a Boxster.
Yes.
And that was a huge thing for them, and they sold a bajillion.
Since then, they had the profit margins were off the shelf.
No. They were almost, after the Boxster came out, they were almost on the verge of bankruptcy again after the Panamera debuted. And then they came out with the Cayenne. And then everything was back to normal again. And now this is the third time.
Generally, this one I think is self-inflicted because they believe the politicians, right? I think the politicians, when they said from 2035 onwards, first I think it was 2030, then it was 2035, new cars can only be registered if they are fully electric.
Mm-hmm.
And that, of course, makes everybody like, all right, so that's it then, combustion engines, bye-bye, right? And that's that was probably a bit premature because people seem to not buy electric cars in that fashion. They're still buying predominantly, and majority of all cars being sold are still combustion engine cars. So it doesn't look like the people want to buy electric cars yet. So Porsche invested a lot of money. Of course, like all manufacturers, they focused on the high end.
Yeah.
Porsche is in any case a high end.
They spent a
brand.
boatload of money developing the Taycan, building the battery stuff and all of this tech.
And now also
no one wanted it.
The new Macan is also available in EV, and then because they realized like this is their most sold model, the Macan at the moment, and well, if they only offer the EV model, they will then already knew that this is not going to work. So they, after a couple of years ago, they decided, oh, maybe we should also continue having a combustion version of it, and so they have now two versions of the same car that they're selling, the EV version and the combustion engine car version. So yeah, it's a bit of a betting on the wrong horse. I mean, it's like the Cybertruck when you think like we have 500,000 of orders and we are producing 1 million a year of the Cybertruck, and now they have sold in total in 2 years 80,000 of them,
and half of them are in Dubai.
And it's just like a complete mess.
Yeah,
and
it's
the only
ridiculous.
country that really sells exceptionally well electric cars is China, because they're focused on normal priced cars.
Yeah, and this is the issue. This is my brother, I don't know if I mentioned this, bought a new car one month after my parents bought their new car, and of course he consulted me, and he said he wanted a 7-seater SUV. He said, I want a Mercedes or a BMW, and I told him no. So anyway, he ended up buying what I suggested, which was the Volvo XC90.
Yes.
And he said, should he pay more and get the plug-in hybrid? Because they do make a plug-in hybrid version. I looked at the price differential. It is essentially double. So you take the same car and double the price for half electric. It's not even fully electric. And I'm just thinking to myself, what kind of person would think in their mind that that is a wise, investment? That I'm going to say, instead of spending, $50,000 or $60,000, I'm going to go for 100. And it just doesn't make any sense to me.
And the car prices have gone through the roof. Yeah.
Yeah. In a watch world, it's the same as, let's say I buy a Grand Seiko that we're just talking about with a mechanical movement, and then the same exact watch would come with a spring drive and cost twice as much. With the same level of finishing, with the coming out of the same factory, it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, look at the amount. I mean, I don't know how much that is in LA, but in Dubai, the amount of Chinese cars of some brands that you've never heard of before.
Every day I see a new one, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Whatever. And some have just Chinese letters on it, and some have cool brands. And some of them look really good. Some of them look like a mishmash of other designs, but some of them are really, really nice looking. I don't know if they're as good, but they look really, really attractive. But what I want to say is, because we don't have tariffs, right? Chinese car companies can sell the cars here for a normal price.
I believe a lot of these
wait a second, as they are priced in China. Because in Europe, you have, I think, 30 to 50% import duties on Chinese cars. In the US, you have 100% import duties on Chinese cars. So that means they are very unattractive right now to purchase, because they're still so much more expensive. Or is it 100% in Europe? I think it's 100% in Europe, even for Chinese cars. Protecting the European car manufacturers for now until they can ramp up. And because eventually this tariff has to drop. And then,
Well, what I was going to say is the ones, this is two factors here in UAE. One is we have no real roadworthy tests. You can show up in a freaking golf cart, and as long as you pass the inspection, you're good to go.
Emission test is I think, the Euro 4 still at the moment that you have to pass.
My Pajero is Euro 2, big boy. And it passes. So I don't think I think they plug something into the tailpipe, but I don't think it does anything, frankly.
They measure it. I have the printout. I once asked.
I've never got that. Yeah. They hook it up, but I've never seen it do anything, right?
I know that when Porsche sells cars here, they have Euro 4. And if you sell them if you want to take your car to Germany, they just have to change some software bits and to make it Euro 6 or something.
So the reason I know this is because the Pajero came with two engines, the 3.5, which is what we have, which is Euro 2, and they had the newer 3.8 with a variable valve timing, which was Euro 4. And they sold both simultaneously here.
But
which is funny because it makes no difference because it's like 20 different horsepowers, right? You go from 190 to 210 or something like this. But yes, it's much more efficient. It's much better gas mileage, but nobody really cares here. But anyway, the Chinese cars that people are bringing are the ones with the little letterings on the back that don't even say anything in normal. I wouldn't say normal language, but that's racist. I shouldn't say that.
It's spoken by more people than other languages.
Exactly. So what do you call it in English? No, in Latin, Arabic, alphabet, whatever.
You have so many different alphabets in the world. So
yes, but it doesn't say anything, right? It just has, and those I think are not being sold.
Let's say it this way: we cannot read it. That's our problem.
Those that we cannot read are being brought over piecemeal by dealers, by wholesale dealers that are buying them in bulk in China, bringing them over. They're not essentially main dealers, and they're selling them in like Russell Hoare and these kinds of places.
BYD is officially here, right? So they are.
Yeah, but BYD is officially here, but they also don't have they
have some.
They don't have lettering that we can't see.
Some have some variants. I think there's also parallel imports sometimes happening as well, right?
It's not parallel. It's the fact that I like Volkswagen. By the way, Volkswagen never sold electric cars in UAE.
No, not officially
ever.
And yet
every single one that you see on the road, the ID3s, ID5s, whatever they are,
4, 5,
are
6,
all
cross.
Imported, quote unquote, gray market.
Yeah,
and then
it's legal, but they have no warranty here. Obviously, if you go to
but
Volkswagen,
the funny thing was, what happened is people kept taking them to Volkswagen for service.
Yes,
and the government said, nope, you cannot. You don't have the authority to be licensed to
service the cars,
work on electric cars. And so now everyone who has one of these cannot go to Volkswagen anymore, which is kind of funny.
They have to go to a separate.
Yeah.
But of course, as we are an entrepreneurial nation, so we have already multiple garages and stuff that can service these cars. But still, you are a bit on your own, especially for any warranty claim. There is no warranty because there is no provider for warranty here. So
even the recalls.
Yeah, or recalls or software updates, it's not going to happen.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's a tough one, especially for these cars because they're basically computers on wheels, right? So,
yeah, exactly. All right, we got to move fast because we're running out of time. But I want to talk about two more news things. One, there's a new Speedmaster.
What?
Yes, it was launched yesterday, and it is the drumroll Milano Cortina 2026. Winter Olympics edition.
Oh,
is a 38 millimeter Speedmaster reduced.
No, but wait a second. But that was not the latest. That was not last week. It
was a bit. It was less than a week ago. Hodinky. I will send you the link. Meanwhile, the other thing that I wanted...
October 29th.
Which is less than a week ago.
It's just exactly 1 week ago. Okay.
Okay. The other thing, it's not very pretty. The other thing I want to mention is, I don't know if we mentioned this already.
I sort of like it, but what I don't like about it is the price. And I
didn't even look.
6,700 or 6,300 euros. For a basically and it's a chunky watch for
chunker,
caliber 3,330, which is the ETA based, Longines based, whatever it is, coaxial. I don't know if it's a value, if it's a 7750 or not, but it's basically somewhat derived from it. Yeah, 7750 probably. With 52 hours power reserve. It's super chunky. It's super fat. The watch is super fat, even though it has a fixed, solid case back. I don't know. For the price, I just feel it looks nice, but $6,800 plus tax.
Ridiculous.
It's so expensive. I mean, it looks nice, no questions. But man, it's fat. It's just an old technology in it. It's just I don't understand this. This is weird. This is weird.
All right.
Yeah.
It is. Now, the last thing I want to mention before we go G-shocking is Waco got a Discovery Channel show.
Yes.
Called Man of the Hour. It's an 8-part docuseries about Waco going to a bunch of people and talking watches, essentially, which the fact that Discovery decided to pick this up is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I think it's very interesting. I love Waco. I think he does a good job there. But if you look at the people he interviewed, right?
Max Busser
is the top of the top. I mean, you have Jean
Arnaud.
Barbassini here from LV, with Le Fabrique du Temps. Then you have here de Bethune, CEO or co-founder, Paul Jorn, Recep
Grubel and Forsey.
Schäufele from Chopard, and there's from Karivuti-Leinen to everybody is there. It's super interesting, and to see that, see here Stephen Forsey and Robert Gröbel. Fantastic people there. And of course, Waco has a very nice style. It's going into the details. He knows his things, and he's still light enough to be entertaining, right? And he's very passionate. And so I think it's very honest. I like it. So, but this happened that instead of making a YouTube show, he actually went the other way.
Which is interesting, but I'm hoping it shows up on YouTube because I don't have Discovery.
Yeah, but I think
I don't know where I'm going to get this.
It's a good way to get there, because Revolution was always a bit behind Hodinkee, right? By a lot in publicity and in. I mean, they are of course coming from Singapore, so it's more Asia focused, and had their magazine the same as Hodinkee had, but Revolution and The Rake was there before, and all of these things, and it was very successful there. We got here both. We got the Hodinkee magazine. We get also the Revolution. We had a local version of the Revolution magazine. Now we get a new one from the Revolution magazine now. So that's all here. But in YouTube, Revolution was always so much behind the Hodinkees in storytelling and in video production. And then I think they had the lady, I forgot her name, I'm sorry, from the Three Musketeers now.
Eleanor.
Yeah, Eleanor had made a series of flying around the world, interviewing watch CEOs. So basically, the same,
in like ridiculously weird, like Rolf Studer did it while skiing in like wherever the hell in Mont Blanc or something.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good, but the audience was just not there for whatever reason. It just never took off. It wasn't. I don't know why. It just didn't work that well. Right, for whatever reason.
Feel some of Waco's personality. He's a fun guy, but I feel like it's whatever he does, it just does feel a little not genuine. Like it feels forced a little bit.
No, I don't think so. I think he's with his watches. I think he has a bit of this. Non-conformity that can probably come around sometimes as not being too deep, but I do think he's very, very knowledgeable, and I think his style is just very different. So you have to.
Well, we will know for sure when he airs this, because there's no hiding after that, right?
No.
So if he makes mistakes, people will talk about it.
But we had a very nice conversation with him, right? When we the last Dubai Watch Week. So he's a lovely guy. I mean, I always liked him. I met him a few times only on Dubai Watch Week, but I'm a fan. I like him.
We need to have him on the show. We tried so hard, and he was always busy. We try again
on
this
Dubai
year.
Watch Week, yes. So we might have to just have
5 minutes,
make an appointment for a remote chat with him, for example. No problem.
Or we could do that. Yeah,
we should do that.
So anyway, all right, let's on to our main topic for the last 15 minutes here. G-Shocks.
Yes, and we don't mean these new ones that also came out new. Did you see them?
No. You should know which G-Shocks we're talking about.
Yes, we have an analog G-Shock version, but we are not talking about that. That's the GST B1000D. Not talking about this, even though that is pretty cool as well. full Bluetooth, solar, all of this stuff.
Blah, blah,
Fully
blah, blah.
analog,
Let's go to the real stuff.
full metal. But we're talking another full metal one, and that is the GM.
No, we're not. We're talking about metal and resin.
Yeah, okay. We're talking about the GMW. I'm talking about the GMW BZ5000, which is the successor or extension.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Not just this one, but the GWM or GWB 5600.
Yeah, but yeah. So let's
5600.
just start with one. We started.
Yeah, but
with
let's start with the
metal.
original. This one's
metal.
based on the other one. So why are you going with the fancy one when you could start with the rubber one? That one's so much more exciting.
No,
Because-
but I think for me it's not. But if you think so, okay. So
This
the
is the grassroots movement.
GWBX5600, GWBX5600 is
Is
Now
what? Am I
presented.
talking now?
presented.
Okay.
Why is it? Why do they have
So-
brought this watch on the market? What's different?
Now, this is apparently, supposedly, the new version of the Square G, the basic Square G. Up until now, they had the GW or DW 5600, and you know it was cheap, a little cheap and cheerful. This new one essentially has swapped out the entire module. It is now memory in pixel,
Yep.
MIP for the screen.
Mhm.
It should be solar, and it should be Bluetooth as well, I believe, right? Is G
Yeah, no, this one has
it is Bluetooth.
Bluetooth. I think I'm not 100. Yeah, it has Bluetooth. It has everything. It's yeah.
If you look at it, it looks exactly like any old G-Shock, you know, cheap G-Shock. The colorway stayed the same. Everything stayed the same. And the funny thing is, there are two views. If you look at it on the traditional, quote unquote, traditional screen, you'd struggle to tell a difference. But there's alternatively a newer screen as well, which you can change
you mean a
into
font?
a modern font.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have the old font that looks like a segment dial, right? The traditional segment numbers, and you can change this to the new version if you want to, and then this will look like a modern version. You can see this better on the new G-Shocks here.
Also, setting it is
And
going
you
to
have
be an
so much,
app.
yeah, and because it's all pixels, you can not only you can have multiple time zones. You can have 3 time zones shown on the watch. So, for example, you can have here the top part on that here. You can have it shown in 3 different versions, right? You can have the date there, the day of the week. You can have all of the different variations of how you want to show the screen, and that is pretty cool. You have so much of variations now.
And setting
possible.
it shouldn't be a pain. Once again, that's going to be a huge difference. You don't have to go through the mode button 16,000 times to set something. It's going to be an actual menu screen now because once again, you have a full-on LCD that you can play with, right? Or OLED. I don't know what they made it out of.
Memory and pixel.
But this allows you to now go through and set everything easily.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
It
Huge,
is.
I tell you.
I think, this is especially for the GMW B5000 or BZ5000 now. What I find so fascinating about it is this is my biggest wish. My biggest wish was, especially for the negative displays, was to have it memory in pixel. While the contrast
So
was...
Why do you think that?
Because the contrast in normal negative displays was always a bit lacking. While it was okay for the GMW B5000, it was never great for me. I personally did not fall in love as much with the negative ones as I did with the positive displays. The positive displays just had better contrast, easier to read, just better overall for me. But now, with the memory in pixel, even though in the other versions that they already had with the memory in pixel, this contrast and the sharpness and crispness of these letters, you can see it from across the room. You can read the watch everywhere. It's so good. Even the negative one, so cool. And if you look at the how it pops and how crisp and easy it is to read, perfect. I mean, that's what I
So-
wanted in the GMW B5000. And I said this on the podcast a few times. If
Yeah.
they bring this out, this is it. I will buy this watch.
So you're buying
And I
it.
will. Yes.
Which one? Silver or gold?
And no, I don't like the gold. It's not really that. I had a gold version, right? I had two gold versions. I had the yellow gold, I had the rose gold version, and I sold them both because I never wore them. It's just a bit too much.
I like them
silver.
as well, but I wouldn't wear them.
The black version, though, with a bit of the golden accents, is not too bad. It has a ring, but it's only from the bottom. From the top, it just looks okay-ish, but I don't know. I don't need this gold. But it's there's three of them coming out: silver, black with a bit of a gold thing in it, and a completely golden one, right?
I don't like the black one.
No, it's not really that great. So
You'll buy one eventually, is what you're saying. But
I am
yet.
going to buy a silver one. I still have a black.
Okay, the silver one.
Yeah, I'm buying the silver one because that's it.
Now, I'm looking at the silver one here, and you can as well, ladies and gentlemen. I'll put the picture onto the Instagram. There are a few striking changes between this and the original GMW B5000, which I have, which I bought from Ralph for a very, very good price. First and foremost, mine has a screw-in case back, which I believe this does as well. However, everything else aside from the screw-in case back on mine is silver. On this one, the entire under tray kind of deal, it's not like a monocoque construction anymore.
Nope.
There's two pieces and you kind of put it together, which seems weird.
Yeah.
So the bottom half, if you draw like an imaginary line from the middle of the pushers, the bottom half of all of these is black. The top half is silver or gold, whichever color you choose.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Now we have functional screws, which we didn't have before.
Yeah.
Before it was just kind of like fake looking screws or just rivet holes kind of deal on the case itself. Now these are real screws. But the question remains, will they make articulating end links? Because as of now, there is no articulating end links. It just kind of sticks out and you get what you get kind of deal. If it fits you, it fits you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I'm wondering if they will change this. Who knows until we see it.
Yeah.
I might have to order one on Amazon and then return it after I see it.
Yes, and then I buy it for in the Amazon warehouse resale for a bit less. But you know what? I just looked at the international G-Shock Casio.com international website where you can see also the different screen layouts and stuff. It is really nice to have either here the big date or to have two different time zones or to have you can see that.
Do you think you're going to see any of that, by the way?
I think you do because of the really good contrast. I think it's a bit like, I don't know. I think I can look at my normal G-Shock and read the small things. And I think the display is
These
the
look
same
smaller,
size.
though. These look smaller.
Could be. I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure.
so
We have to
I
see
don't
it.
know.
I think also the side view looks a bit chunkier tun the normal one, but I'm not so sure about it either.
I don't know. I think it's
we have to
the
see it.
contrast, as you say, the two different colors. I don't think it's chunkier. I also don't know what material that is. I kept looking at this picture. Is that carbon? What the hell is that? It's not black anodized or DLC.
It
is
says
it?
it's full metal. So it is,
Yeah.
the underside is also metal, but it's just
That
black
doesn't
metal.
look metal to me. That piece, that is that a gasket? What the hell is that?
In the
So
middle,
I don't
that
know.
could be probably a carbon. It's like that should probably be because these two metal parts have to just have a seal, right? So this is a gasket.
Yeah. So it could be a
This is
gasket. I'm fine
basically
with
a
the gasket
plastic
being
gasket,
whatever
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I think
But
it's a
then this
gasket.
bottom part, it could be metal. It has to be because you're screwing in the case back
Yeah,
into that.
It is
so it would
metal.
have to be metal.
It is metal, yeah. It's just black
So
metal.
it's-
So it's
it's
the
weird.
same. It's the same for the black and for the silver and the gold version. You have the same bottom case. And for the gold version or the black version, you have that undercarriage in gold.
Remember when we talked
Weird.
about cost cutting? Sharing the under tray of the black or the silver and the gold that is cost cutting at its premium.
Yeah, but you know,
Like at least
I don't
make
know.
it different colors or something.
I'm
But
sure there will be so many different versions of this watch coming out, so
Yeah.
it's fine. It's also made in Japan, so you have this, you know, the mother factory, and it's coming from Yamagata, the Yamagata factory. So if you want to have not you know, cased in or whatever
Taiwan or China.
or Indonesia, Malaysia, this is it. This is a made in Japan watch. I don't know the price though. Do you?
No, I have no idea. I still don't like the fact that they reversed the colors of the screen. That the silver one got the black screen, and then the gold one got the white.
It's exactly reversed from the previous version, where the
And
gold one
you
had
wonder
the black.
why they did that.
Yes, I
Of
don't know.
course.
And I
They
wanted
wanted to sell it, right? If you have a silver with a white positive display right now, like I do, if this was the exact same, I don't think I'm going to buy it either way, but I don't think I would buy it even more, right? But now it's black. You're like, oh, it's a matching set. Maybe this will spur people to buy another one.
Okay, so the price is in so it's
It's in yen.
it's 93,000 for the in USD. So that is about it's $600. So it's basically
Which is
the same
exactly the
price.
same as it is now.
Yeah, the same price of the previous version, right? So that
Yep.
means
So free screen upgrade,
$660
essentially.
$660 dollars is the unconfirmed US price. So it looks like it is and the gold Eon plated. Oh, that's actually real gold plated, not just gold in color. It's real gold plated. It's 102,000 yen. It is. It says here gold iron plated. Yeah, gold iron plated. So it's tiny, but it is real gold plated. Can you believe it?
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's just one part, right? So, and maybe the buttons. So anyhow, the point is, it is actually a good price. It's not too much more than the old version, even though I think it was $500 when it came out. And I remember when it came out, it was $500, and people said, "Who's paying $500 for a G-Shock?" And then I did.
And then it went to 550, and then it went to 600. Is
Yeah,
where
I
it
think
is
so,
now.
yeah,
But
yeah. So cool.
Anyway, so you're going to buy
a
one.
silver one. I'm definitely getting a silver one. Come hell or high water, come the financial crash or not, I will buy that watch.
And they also came out with a ring, a G-Shock ring. You know how Casio had the rings? Now they finally made a G-Shock version of the Casio ring as well, which is super cool. So there you go.
Yeah. I think they have this still, yeah.
Little bit expensive. I think it's like $150, $200, which is kind of ridiculous.
I don't, yeah. And it's just like a watch ring. It's just too awkward for me.
I don't know what I would do with it. I can't wear that.
Yes. What to do? I don't know. I can't find it here on the website, but it's okay. So then
there
that's
you
a
have
wrap.
it.
So that's the biggest news. It's the one wish we had that the normal G-Shock square range will get
That
the
you
memory
had.
in pixel.
That you had.
Yes, that I had.
Not
That I had.
we. Don't include me on this.
And it's still solar powered, and it's still Bluetooth, and it's still multi-band radio reception and all of the stuff. If you are lucky enough to be in Europe or in China or in Japan or in US, where you can get the radio signal, right? So you never have to set your watch. It's so cool.
No heart rate monitor, though, unfortunately.
And no step counter.
No step counter, nothing like that.
It is
So it's
just
an
a
actual watch.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Pre-orders selling out in Japan already.
Yes, unfortunately, I saw some Japanese, people who sell it to the rest of the world. It's going for a premium, of course, at the moment, but it's sold out. Yeah, it's very tough.
Do remember they had the same hype when that DW 5000 came out, the one that I had for a brief amount of time, and then I realized it was too similar to the one that I already had, which I sold. But huge amounts. People were paying over retail for it, and then all of a sudden they flooded the market, and then
but
they
these
were all
are
here.
Even though they are the new releases, they are not limited. They are normal production values. There's not a limited time production or anything. So just wait. They will become available. So don't fall for the hype. Don't pay a premium. Just wait a bit and then buy them. But buy them because that is the best metal G-Shock yet, and it's the best GW B5600 yet, or what is it? BW. It's a new one. BX.
Z. There's a Z involved for something. but-
GWBX
No,
5700.
BZ. The little one is BX and the other one's BZ.
Yeah, that's a GMW BZ 5000.
Z,
Yeah.
and the other
That's
one
the-
is a
the
G.
metal. That's the metal one, and that is the plastic one that's the
Yeah,
GW
exactly.
without the M. GWBX 5600.
M is for metal.
Okay, that makes
What
sense.
X is for, I have no idea. And what the
Xylophone.
Z is for, I have no idea.
Yeah, so that's the best ones yet?
There you go.
The best ones.
On that bombshell, I think it's time
See
to
you
go.
next time.
We will see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.